In today's video, I will talk about the ABS Challenger Gaming PC and their different options. The last time I've talked about this brand ABS, I've talked about a higher end model, which is the ABS Master, but this time we are going to talk about the lower ends part of this brand for those people who can't afford the Master series. And don't worry, if you have a higher or a lower budget, you will have gaming PCs that I recommend for every budget. And if you want to see a video about that, you have one in the top right of the screen as well. Now, let's start. With the first gaming PC, we have the Challenger with the Ryzen 5 3600, the GTX 1650, 60GB of RAM and 500GB of SSD. I think this gaming PC overall is a great option for those who want to spend less than $1,000 on a gaming PC that can run a lot of games at 1080p, because the GTX 1650 is still great for gaming at 1080p and it's a great budget option. The Ryzen 5 3600 I would say is one of the best, if not the best, CPU in terms of price performance, and 500GB of SSD it's enough, but if you don't feel like it's enough, you can upgrade this in the future, and 16GB of RAM is great as well, so you don't have to upgrade anything here, and also the case seems to have great airflow. So I think this PC is worth the buy, but maybe for this type of money I would go with the CyberPower Extreme VR for the same exact price, and comes with the GTX 1660 Super, which is strictly better than the GTX 1650, and the i5-10400F, which is a little bit better than the Ryzen 5 3600 in terms of gaming. The only downside for the CyberPower one is that it comes with 8GB of RAM and one stick, but this is really easy to upgrade, so that's the only downside for the CyberPower one, but I would go with that one instead of this one if you have this type of budget. With the next one we have the Challenger as well with the Ryzen 5 3600, but this time the GTX 1660, which is better than the 1650. 16GB of RAM and 500GB of SSD. This one has a free upgrade to Windows 11, so that's something to keep in mind, and also has good airflow. The GTX 1660 it's a great GPU, and you will be able to run every single game at 1080p, 60fps average, and esports titles above 144fps average, so if you want to buy a 144Hz monitor, there is no problem with this, and I would recommend you buying this type of monitors in order to take advantage of your potential in games. Another thing that I like about this PC is that it has a lot of RGB, so if you're an RGB fan, this gaming PC will be for you at this budget, which is $1,050. But only for a $40 difference, you can buy the Challenger with the i5-10400F, which is a little bit better, like I said before, than the Ryzen 5 3600, and you get an EVGA GTX 1660 Ti, so you get a well-branded GPU, and the 1660 Ti is way better than the 1660, so if you want a better gaming experience, this gaming PC is definitely for you, and I think it's the best one from ABS in the Challengers section. 16GB of RAM as well, at 3000 MHz and 500GB of SSD. So this is the gaming PC that I recommend the most from this series, and if you have $1,100, there is no doubt this gaming PC will be more than enough for 1080p gaming, and also you can start playing some 1440p games at 60fps average, depending on the title of course, but you can still do this. Another thing I did was go to the PCPartPicker.com and see how much this gaming PC costs if I want to make a PC build, and the total price was $1,431, and the only difference was the i5-11400F instead of the 10400F, because there were no price available for the 10400F. But aside from that, you are saving from $200 to $300 in a gaming PC that will perform the same and is already pre-built. So I think this gaming PC is a great option for any type of gaming at 1080p, high-end or low-end, doesn't matter. If you play any video game at 1080p, this gaming PC will be able to run it. If you found this list helpful, please leave a like and subscribe, but most importantly hit the bell button so you get notified when I upload this type of content, and I upload videos from 3 to 5 times a week, so make sure to stay tuned if you want a gaming PC, and let me know in the comment section if you have any question, and I will reply as fast as possible. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.